For them, 4 new signings in this 11. Back-to-back defeats, remember Larne, and then the defeat at Boavista. A new goalkeeper this season in Andre Ferreira and Tunes, also bringing so much know-how and experience. Italian referee Maurizio Mariani. Ben Davies, as you saw, doing the honours for Tottenham Hotspur. And as promised by their new coach, they have shaken it all up after that turbocharged display against Manchester City. Gollini makes his Tottenham debut tonight. Niall John, Cristiano Romero and Brian Heel also, and Dane Scarlett is up front. No Son, and of course no Harry Kane. But for many, as stated by Alan Hutton and Chris Sutton before the kick-off tonight, it's the time to put down a marker. Players who would have wished to be involved have perhaps believed they should have been on the opening day. Second spell in charge here at Paços de Ferreira for Jorge Simão, and of course all very, very familiar to Nuno Espirito Santo. We've heard from him pre-game here on Premier Sports. No room, no thought of a slip-up tonight, but in one respect, it is all going to help that he knows the setup here so well. And the homework might be a bit lighter for him this week, of course, because it's Wolves on Sunday. But Tottenham so keen to develop momentum early season. Kick-off scheduled for 7:30 our time, still ticking around to that. Very mixed bag of results for the home side so far this season. Squeezed past Guimarães in the League Cup on penalties. Then they were too strong for Larne here in the preceding round in this conference competition. Won the first home league game in Primeira Liga against Famalicão. Could afford to be beaten by Mark Randall's goal for Larne in the second leg, but a fairly heavy defeat against Boavista at the weekend. Maybe with one eye on this, it's just as important, of course, for Paços de Ferreira, who once reached the glimpse of Helder Ferreira. No pun intended, but a sense perhaps that he was held back for this game. Didn't start at the weekend, did he? Came on as a substitute. Gets on it again. Confident in possession. That's tame enough in the end. Gollini comfortable on his near post. Eustáquio. Twice over Romero. Everybody back for Spurs. Advantage played again by the referee, and they seek to make something out of it. Paços de Ferreira turning around toward half-time, and they might turn around in front. It's tucked home without a problem, and Lucas Silva, and it's not the first counter-attack, but this one goes all the way, and Paços de Ferreira have caught Tottenham out again and lead 1-0.
Well, in open play, the run looks brilliantly. The timing of it especially, because he makes that run from out to in and then runs through the heart of the Tottenham defence. Initially, you're looking for the linesman to say, well, listen, is this offside? But we said about that lack of physical presence in centre midfield to stop these counter-attacks. But look at it, the timing's perfect. And I have to say, and we've seen it far too often in his first half, Romero being square onto the game. And he shouldn't be in situations like that. At the very least, he should be looking to block that run that's going in behind him. But when he does get into that situation, it's a very, very comfortable finish. He knew exactly what he's doing. Opens his body up, side foots it low to the goalkeeper's left. And we said Tottenham had a game on their hands. Well, it's certainly got a bit harder now.
Certainly not been a noted goal scorer on his way up through the ranks. First in Brazil at Flamengo, and in his brief spell in Portugal so far. That's his first ever European goal. It might be very valuable indeed. Right on the stroke of...
He gets the nod ahead of him. Højbjerg as well, we know how combative he is in midfield, and now they're getting Dele Alli to do the same. So there's a remit in terms of what you've got to do in centre midfield for a Nuno team.
It's a fairly dangerous looking just across the box, wasn't it?
does seem that it's a case of those two guys. But they're the ones who are going to have to drag this Tottenham team at least on level par.
We did talk about that, Gary, before the game, you and I. And surely it comes to how well you use the ball to make it easier for yourselves. Tottenham haven't really done that well enough.